There is nothing but trouble brewing up in Young and the Restless. With Victor targeting Abbott Chancellor, Billy might be losing it and could be going back to his old ways. That's not all. Could all these fights between Summer and Kyle lead up to a steamy hookup? Not to mention, Ashley is coming back to Genoa City, and there's a chance that could complicate Abby and Devon's wedding. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into it.
Hey everyone, welcome to TrendStreet.
Billy Abbott hasn't had the smoothest run in his new company, Abbott Chancellor. Separating his part of the company from Winter Chancellor seemed like the biggest challenge at first, but it didn't take long for Billy to realize that owning and running the company was a whole different game. The first problem came when Lily Winters, who Billy believed would be his partner and CEO, threw him for a loop. She was supposed to head back to her family at the Winters company after the deal closed, but as she has always been more involved with Chancellor, she just couldn't walk away. So, she decided to stay with Billy and the company. It seemed like everything worked out for Billy for a second there, but that lasted for only about a week or two. That's because Victor came into play trying to take over Billy's company right after taking over Tucker's company. Victor, never one to shy away from a power play, set his sights on taking over Billy's company. According to him, Catherine Chancellor's legacy wouldn't stand a chance under Billy's leadership, and as usual he has a problem with the Abbotts. But to be fair, Billy does have a track record in business that isn't exactly spotless. He's made his share of impulsive decisions that have backfired spectacularly. Even Lily suggested Billy step back to protect the company from Victor's takeover. Though it wasn't what he wanted, Billy decided to become a silent partner. It was a tough pill to swallow, especially after fighting tooth and nail with Devon to claim the company, only to be pushed aside. But Billy's also got this whole new persona since he got Abbott Chancellor, and his brother, Jack, is concerned about him. To top it off, there was a family feud brewing over the company's name as well. Jack wasn't thrilled about Billy attaching the Abbott name to Chancellor. He felt it didn't belong with Catherine's legacy, and worried that another Billy disaster would tarnish the family name. Billy, on the other hand, felt his and Jill's contributions justified the name change. He wanted to build his own legacy while honoring Catherine's. Jack, already dealing with drama surrounding Kyle, eventually chose to support Billy's decision. He may have his doubts, but he decided to back his brother, and let him keep the Abbott name on the company. Only time will tell if this decision leads to a big win or disaster, but one thing is clear, Billy is willing to do anything, and everything, to prove he's more than just the family's black sheep. But Jack has been noticing his brother's behavior becoming more smug and aggressive, and he can't help but feel a sense of déjà vu. Billy's past is filled with reckless decisions that have turned his life into a complete train wreck multiple times. So, he worries if this new business venture is going to be the same. If you remember, Billy has struggled with gambling issues and impulsive behavior that have cost him dearly in the past. One of his lowest points was when he was sent to Hong Kong to deal with his internet gambling addiction. He has always been in and out of his gambling habit, and hopefully, this is not like the old times. Because this time not only will his company get affected, but Catherine's legacy will too. I mean, no one really believes in him to take care of the company, not Lily, not Jack, and certainly not Victor. Will this pull him towards the edge? What do you guys think? But that's not the only trouble we've got right now. We're talking about Kyle and Summer and their endless fights. Kyle and Summer just can't seem to get on the same page, no matter how hard they try. Victor's been pushing them to figure out a custody arrangement for little Harrison, but so far, it's been a complete bust. Thanks to Summer's obsession with Audra Charles and her access to Harrison. On the surface, it might seem like Summer is just worried about Audra's influence on her son, but there's definitely more to that. Let's be real, Summer's got every reason to be suspicious of Audra. After all, Kyle had a string of hookups with her, while he was still very much married to Summer. That kind of betrayal doesn't just vanish into thin air, and it has definitely left some pretty deep scars. So, while Summer's making it all about protecting Harrison, there's a good chance she's really trying to protect herself from getting hurt again. She's probably terrified that Kyle might fall right back into Audra's arms, or worse, her bed. It's clear that Summer hasn't fully let go of what happened between Kyle and Audra. Even if she's not admitting it out loud, she probably still sees Audra as a threat, the so-called other woman who shattered her marriage. That's probably why she wants to keep Kyle and Audra as far apart as possible, even if it means the custody battle over Harrison drags on. But here's the thing, there's still a lot of love between Kyle and Summer. Despite all the drama, the passion they once had for each other hasn't just disappeared. Claire even reminded Kyle of that love recently, hinting that there might still be some buried feelings simmering beneath all the anger and resentment. So, what if all this tension finally reaches a boiling point? Imagine a scenario where Kyle and Summer find themselves in the middle of a heated argument, maybe at a GCAC suite, where they're standing toe-to-toe, tempers flaring, and emotions running high. It wouldn't be surprising if that fiery confrontation led to something a little more physical. Sometimes, anger can fuel passion, and if these two end up in bed together, it could open the door to all sorts of complications. A steamy encounter might just be the wake-up call they both need, leading them to realize that maybe, just maybe, they can find some common ground after all. Of course, this would throw a huge wrench into the mix, especially for Claire, who's crushing on Kyle, and Chancellor, who's currently in a relationship with Summer. If word got out about a Kyle and Summer hookup, it could cause some serious fallout. Even if Kyle and Summer don't end up rekindling their romance, this kind of twist could add a whole new layer of messiness to the custody battle. One thing's for sure, things are about to get even more complicated, and it's anyone's guess how it'll all play out. Meanwhile, guess who's coming back? According to the Young and the Restless spoilers, Abby is gearing up for her big day with Devon, but there's one hitch. She's not walking down the aisle until her mom, Ashley Abbott, is by her side. Luckily, Abby's got some good news. Ashley's doctors are optimistic about her release from the care facility in France that Alan recommended. If all goes according to plan, Ashley will be back just in time for Abby and Devon's November wedding. But why do we have to wait till fall to see Ashley? Well, because the couple has chosen November 13th, which is Abby's birthday, as their wedding day, making it an extra special occasion. But let's talk about the real drama. Ashley's return could be troublesome, especially with the lingering questions about her mental health. Fans will recall that Ashley has been battling with multiple personality disorder, and she's got alters like Ms. Abbott, Belle, and Ash, making things complicated. While it looks like Ashley is on the road to recovery, we can't help but wonder if these alters are really gone for good. After all, this is a soap, nothing stays buried forever. Take a look at Sharon, for instance. But even if Ashley seems to be back to her old self, you can never rule out the possibility of some wild drama down the line. Those alters could always reappear just when you least expect it, ready to stir up trouble in Genoa City. Maybe the stress and excitement of her daughter's wedding could trigger their return. Or maybe the speculation that Dr. Alan isn't Alan, but his evil and supposed dead twin, Martin. There's also the looming question of what caused Ashley's DID in the first place. The show has hinted at some unresolved childhood trauma, and there's been speculation that Ashley might have discovered that John wasn't her biological father long before anyone else knew. This revelation could have been enough to trigger the emergence of her alter ego, but there might be even more to the story, some dark, buried secret that's yet to come to light. Will Ashley be able to move forward, or is there more of her alters in her future? Either way, her homecoming is sure to keep us glued to our screens. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments down below.
Thank you for checking this video out. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for new videos every day. Turn that bell notification on if you want to hear from us, and comment down below if you've subscribed, and we'll make sure to reply and thank as many of you as we possibly can.